You know, like that, episode 3, you already know. Birthright. Fresh off the heels of watching it. And I have to say, with peaks and troughs and that going on in life, Power dipped a little bit last week. But this week, they were back. And I have to say, just call me Detective Savage, because some of the stuff I said in my previous review, it came to light. I mean, technically I didn't come up with it because it's already been written and that. But, yeah, I mean, so this episode started off with Tariq and Braden selling their cars. I actually didn't know that was what they was going to do after the previous episode. I thought it was just so Tariq can get his car back, run things. But no, sold the car, got some money, a little pinky, you know, the little oriental transgender thing that I don't know what that is, but it all hooks him up, pinky hooked him up, you know what I mean, gave her the money. She was doing the thing, trying to find out what was going on at Kate Egan's house. Also, he got Davis to introduce him to a new Connect, but the new Connect kind of knew who Ghost was already, and Davis had to let him know that, listen, your dad's name holds weight, whether you like it or not, you have to feed into that. So from that, the guy said to Tariq, listen, 15, it's 15 minimum. You know what I mean? 15 bricks, there's 12. Dashed it across the room and that. Tariq had to do the brain work, like what Ghost would have done. So, get rid of the competition. But he's a bit smarter than doing it himself. Thanks to Braden telling him you can't just do it yourself. He kind of set Effie up with like, yo, Effie, there's someone on your block doing this. That got back to this person, got back to Noma. Noma told Kane to get rid of the people. And now Tariq's got a free shot at it for the next one. Also working with Davis because he's got 250k and he needs 300k to buy all the bricks because Kane had burnt the whole shipment. Very interesting with Davis in this episode because it started off with, you know, last episode I kept preaching about him downsizing and his business is in turmoil and Jenny Sullivan's going to take money off him. It's been disbarred. And not to mention now he's getting divorced from his wife as well, who's going to take half of his money. So he's becoming a partner with Tariq. He went from wanting 20% to becoming a partner with Tariq and fronting some of the money. Also, he goes to see Noma as well. And there's a little bit of a thing between them. Also a little bit of a thing between Noma and Kane and Effie and Kane, of course. And Effie's a bit clued up to what's going on with Kane and Noma. So she's not... And it's interesting because I said last episode, I think Effie's probably either going to get an exit strategy, what she wants, to be an engineer, or she's going to try and be head dog and be in Noma's position. You've also got the two brothers, Drew and Kane. Zesty Drew, of course. You know what I mean? And Killer Kane. They're trying to fight for the spot. They're very competitive. It's a bit weird, but they both want to be Noma's number 2. But obviously, Kane is trying to chop Noma, so you already know what's going on there. And we get a bit of... You know what I mean? We see a bit of kissing in this one and that, and Effie's already clued up to it. Kane doesn't trust Effie with where she got the intel from the drugs was. Obviously it was from Tariq, but she said it was from campus. So there's a bit of lack of trust there, which is crazy because the way the episode started was them being like very connected with each other, like a boyfriend and girlfriend, and talking about how much she cared about him and stuff. So interesting to see how that plays out going into the future. Big talking point of this episode. The first one, Obi's dead. Noma killed him. He got arrested by Carter in the last episode. He got interrogated. He didn't say anything. Drew had to come and pick him up. He basically told Drew, like, don't say anything about what happened. I'll just say that, you know, immigration got me. As soon as we got in the building, Drew snitched on him. Gone. Noma, Obi. Bit disappointed because I like him. Saw a bit of his brother in this as well. And his brother kind of revealed that, oh, yo, thanks to your business, my green card's got here, which is talking to Drew. Obviously now Drew knows. You know what I mean? Once Noma put the 2 and 2 together, she was already a bit suspicious. She got rid of him. But now her number 2 opening is there. Drew thought by telling Noma that he could become the number 2. But obviously Kane slept with Noma after that point. So who knows, man? She might make some other random number 2. You get me? We had a little bit of a flashback with Monet in this episode again. I'm beginning to think like the flashbacks are kind of needless. They could literally just talk. She could talk to her sister about what it was like being younger without the flashbacks. They're a bit pointless. But what you did get from the flashback is she's a terrible mom because you see in this Drew and Diana as kids, like 10-year-old and 9-year-old or 8, whatever, didn't like they're in the house weighing up the drugs and bagging the drugs and all that stuff. So really, it was their birthright to become what they are now. Hence the name Birthright. Also, she's obviously pregnant. I think she told light skin Keisha that she was pregnant. Didn't really go any further with that. So we got that. We had Braden trying drugs, some cocaine in this as well with the girl that he was speaking to the previous episode. Kind of as well. The guy that they connect, he said to Tariq, yo, you just like your dad. You even want to got yourself a white boy like your dad. They keep kind of feeding into the Tommy thing with Braden. And I see it, man. I don't think he doesn't have the heart what Tommy has. He's not as aggressive as Tommy. But he does have that thing where Tommy was right a lot of the time speaking to Ghost. Ghost ignored him because he thought he was smarter than him. and then eventually had to take his advice or miss out. And hopefully Tariq listens to Braden a lot more than trying to do what Ghost did and ignoring Tommy. Because as you know, if he listened to Tommy and got rid of Angela when he found out she was a cop, none of this would have happened, and none of this whole situation would have happened at all. Not one bit of it. We get Tate's brother in this episode as well. He's helping Agent Carter on the DEA case as well, but he's not supposed to be there. A little bit from Carter in this. You just get to see he delves a bit more into his policing in this. Nothing too drastic, you know. We can tell he's smart from his the connection he has with people in this and the way he talks to people. And then, yeah, obviously Obi's dead, and Davis, after having a meeting with Tariq and becoming partners, goes straight to Noma's office and basically gives her this paperwork. It's like Fugazi paperwork, basically saying that, yo, if anyone comes sniffing around, you say that Obi's out of the country in Dubai, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, why are you giving it to me? Obviously, Davis at the time doesn't know that Obi's dead. Now, obviously they don't give away, but it makes it look like Davis has left Tariq and gone straight to try and get a job with Noma. I'm thinking it's probably a plan to say to, you know, become Noma's lawyer, get close to her while I'm dealing my drugs from this side and she can't find out it's me. Makes a lot more sense. So I think he's going to become an inside man. Or he's going to try Chop and become an inside man, who knows. And then the killer of the whole episode, the coup de grace of the episode, the final point of this episode was, of course, what I said in the previous review when I told guys in the trailer, not even in the trailer, when you see the clip of Diana walking away from Kate Egan's house, you can see the ring camera on the side, and they purposely pull it in our view because Pinky, the transgender Oriental thing that was helping out with Tariq obviously said to her, like, yo, try hacking to this, get some information. She said, I don't know what it is, but that thing sent the video footage from the ring alarm while they're around the table. She's just said to them, I'm launching my own business into the drug game again. And I want you guys to be partners with me this time. And as she just asked, yo, who's in? Diana says she's in. And once she turns a profit, she's out. Obviously, we know because she's pregnant, but they don't know that. Drew actually said it's not too bad working for Noma. And Kane kind of said, yeah, I'm okay. But obviously, Kane's doing that off the back of just sleeping with Noma, thinking he's going to be Noma's right-hand man. And Drew's obviously thinking he's going to be Noma's right-hand man as well. And they can't trust their mom. But then the phone vibrates and the same message that Pinky had sent to Tariq gets sent to Monet, and you're just waiting for her to turn the phone around. She shows everybody around the table. Diana panics. She doesn't. Monet does try and attack her, and Drew gets in the way, but she doesn't scream out I'm pregnant or anything like that. And then you hear Monet scream like, "Yo, Drew, you knew as well." They leave the house panicking, and Kane gets up from the table, runs outside. When they get into the car, they go to drive off. Kane goes to shoot at the car. He looks all in a panic. I don't think he's bothered about his mom as such. I think he's bothered about he was steps away from. His mom was fine when he said working with Noma, so he's like, yo, I'm going to be a number 2 in one of the biggest drug organizations, and you guys have just messed it up now, because now we got family problems, and now there's problems everywhere. Hey, great episode. I'm so interested to see the next episode as well. Looking forward to it. But yeah, very good episodes. Planted the seeds for a lot of things. The only disappointment for this episode is Obi's dead. Acting-wise in this episode, I actually never had a problem with anyone. You know my normal problem with Monet, but that's just life. I mean, she screamed at the end like a crazy person, but to be fair, you would scream if you found out your daughter and son tried to set you up to die and get peppered. I've been your boy, Savage. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Run.